in your browser, you will type Chrome Music Lab and go to Songmaker. If you don't have the Songmaker option here, you can go into Chrome Music Lab. Once that page loads, here is Songmaker. Okay, click on Songmaker. And this is the screen that will come up in front of you. Now, what I want you to do next is watch what I do. I go into settings, and this is the screen. I'm only going to change the length of the bar. So change the length to 1 bar. All the other options stay the same. Only the length of the bar changes to 1 bar length, the first option. Okay, so right now you'll have a fewer number of boxes on screen. So I'm just going to take you through these boxes. All right. So the bottom here is the beat grid. Okay. These two, you have the big dot and a small dot. There are 2 big dots here, 2 small dots here, 2 big, 2 small, 2 big, 2 small. Look at the bold blue lines as well. Don't do anything. Just watch my screen. Okay. Now these lines are like beats. So you have beat number 1. Someone's late. Beat number 2, beat number 3, beat number 4. Like how you have quarter notes, ta, 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 ta. So this is no different than that. There are 4 beats over here. All right. So when you look at this, I'm just going to draw something here. I'm going to tap on this big dot here, and you'll hear a sound, a big toop. So you have this. Okay. This is known as the kick. So the kick is the low sub frequency sound. You'll hear that. Yeah. I'm going to play it once more. Yeah. And that is a part of the drum kit. So that one element of the drums is the kick. The next one is the snare. That is another part of the drum kit. It is a type of drum. This is what it sounds like. It's a triangle here, and the kick is a circle. Okay, so that's what a snare sounds like. Now there is this big blue play button over here, bottom left. So make sure that if you press this, you'll see that the bars are lighting up one after the other. But there is no sound right now because I haven't drawn anything. So I'm going to draw something and show you. Okay, let's play this, and I'm going to play. You guys don't do anything, just watch and listen. All right, so it's very frenzied. Now what happens if I put the snare everywhere? Listen to this. So every beat has got a sound, and that's very frenzied. So I'm going to set a very simple pattern. I want you to observe it. And then when I ask you, you will do the same thing. In beat number 1, on the very first dot, I'm going to put a bass kick. Okay. Then in beat number 2, the very first beat, I put a snare. Beat number 3, kick. Beat number 4, snare. So kick, snare, kick, snare. The second part of all the beats I have left empty. You guys do it now. All right. So if you've done it, I'm going to play it now for you. Please listen. Come back to my screen and listen to this. Okay, this is what it should sound like. You guys try it and just make sure it sounds the same. If it doesn't sound the same, then you're not doing the grid correctly. So this is my very basic template for creating a beat, an alternate pattern, a kick, a snare, a kick, a snare. Okay, now if I want to have something more complex, I just need to add one more pattern anywhere I want. For example, if I want a kick right here in the first beat, in the second part of the first beat. So listen to this. Yeah. Or let's say I want to add an extra snare. Let's add a snare over here and over here. So it's easy to create your own beats once you have the basic pattern down. So always start with the basic pattern, kick, snare, and then after that you can add or subtract as you want. Okay. So that's the base when you are starting off with music, especially creating beats. Now, if you look at the top part of the grid here, you can see the colors, you can hear the sound. This is do, re, mi, fa. We've done it before. We've also done the colors. They're similar, except for the do, which looks a little pinkish, a maroonish color. Do, this is re, which is orange. Mi is yellow. Fa is green. Sol is teal. La is purple. Ti is pink. Do is red. Okay. So we've done this in Classcraft before. You know what these are. Now what I'm going to do is draw certain musical patterns. Now watch me, don't do it yet, just watch. I'm going to draw 2 notes of mi, sorry, 2 of sol, 2 of do, 2 of ti. Okay, so 2 of mi, 2 of sol, 2 of do, 2 of ti. You guys do it now. So listen to the pattern I just drew. Okay, it sounds good. And I'm going to explain why it sounds good. I'm just going to reset all the patterns. I forgot to tell you about one more thing. If you look at the drums, this is my bass pattern. I'm just going to add one more kick here. Okay, so it's kick, snare, kick in the second beat, second part, then kick, snare. So you guys just do it. I'm going to wait here for you. This is what your drum should sound like. All right, kick, snare, kick, kick, snare. Fine. Now the reason I'm going to show you why it works, why does it sound good, is because I'm again using the law of alternates. Just like in the drums, I use the kick, snare, alternate. Kick, snare, kick, snare. Even in music, I'm doing the same thing. Mi is my first note. I'm not playing fa. I've skipped fa. The one after mi is sol. Similarly, from mi, if I skip re, I come down to do. Okay, so these are alternates. And from sol, if I skip one note, I go up to ti. I skipped la. Okay, so if I use alternates even in music, these are known as intervals. Intervals is what causes music to sound good. Okay, if all your music was one after the other, like do, re, mi, fa, then it will sound too babyish, like a nursery rhyme. Whereas if you use intervals, you skip certain notes and you play other notes, they sound really nice. That's why it sounds like this. Okay, now I'm going to continue. Look at the top part of the grid. So I have do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. No space for another do because it ends here. Now this is the same sound as these at the below, except it's 1 octave higher in frequency, in pitch. This is a mi. This mi is low. This one is higher. Similarly, sol. This is low. This is high. Listen to the do and ti. Okay, so it's the same thing, just 1 octave higher. All right, and here what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a counter melody, a different tune from the one that is below. The below one is mi, mi, sol, sol, do, do, ti, ti. I don't want the same thing on top because then it'll sound the same. I want something different so that the listener enjoys listening to it. So I'm going to add this. I want you to watch before you do it. I'm going to add one note of ti. Then I'm going to leave this blank, like a rest. I'm going to add a la and a sol and go to the next one and add a fa. And then I'm going to add ti here. So there is a rest over here in the second part of the first beat and a rest in the third part of the, second part of the third beat. All right, do it now and then come back to the screen. All right, that's what it sounds like. And the reason it sounds good is because one, I'm not playing the same notes as the bottom. So where there is a mi, I put a ti. That's another interval. Where there is a sol, I put a la. Where there is a do, there's a mi. The only place where they match is in the last beat, beat number 4. I want you to look at the bottom left. Okay, you have next to the play button, you have something called synth. Now this changes the sound of the instruments. If I tap on it, it changes to marimba. If I tap on it again, it goes to piano. If I click strings, so it gives me different instruments. I can change the sound. Let's try piano. Okay, if I don't like piano, I can try strings. If I don't like strings, I can go to woodwind. I don't like woodwind. I'm going to try marimba. Okay, I like marimba. So this is the sound I'm going to keep. Similarly, where it says electronic next to marimba, that's to change the sound of the drums. If I click on this, it becomes blocks. I don't like blocks. Kit. That sounds like a real drum kit. Fine. What about conga? I don't like conga. I think electronic right now is the best. It's got a nice punchy sound here. Fine. Now the next thing to look at is tempo. There is a slider here. I'm going to push the tempo up. Now you guys need to understand how important tempo is when you are doing music. So I'm going to take this up here and maybe try it at a tempo of, let's say 180. Okay, I'm going to hit play now. Really fast. Sounds like a comedic chase, you know, in these comedy movies when someone's chasing someone, it sounds like that. Okay, don't do it, just watch what I am doing. Now I'm going to pull it down to say maybe 64. Very slow, it's sad. It's still a little funny, but sad this time. So tempo plays a big part in this. Now you can change the tempo, you can directly type it in. I put it back to 120, or you can just use the slider and drag it up and down. Fine. I'm going to show you how to use the save function next. So towards the right bottom, I have save. If you're using Android or using iOS, maybe it'll be somewhere down in the center. I want you to now click or tap on save. There is a save option. Make sure you tap on that and you will get a screen like this. Okay. Now, in order to share this with me, now do not share this music with me. I have made this music. So this is mine. You have to create your own pattern, your own loop, your own song. Then copy this link, that is click on copy link, and I will add an assignment to Teams in a while. So when you go to Teams, you have to copy this link and send it to me as your assignment. I will be grading you and giving you marks on this. Okay. And in case feedback is required, I will also give you feedback. So you got to tap on save, copy link, and then on Teams, I'm going to create an assignment which you can share with me.